And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Matlack Field on the campus of Earlham College in Richmond, Indiana, as we get set for Quaker soccer. The men's team will take on the Mount St. Joseph Lions, as the women's match ended just about 30 minutes ago, and the Mount St. Joseph Lions won 3-0 over the Quaker women's side. So hopefully the Quaker men can exact some revenge and get the W today. Earlham, the Quakers entered the game with an even 5-5-0 overall record and 1-1-0 in HCAC conference play after falling to Rose-Hulman 2-0 on Wednesday. The Lions are 6-2-3 overall and are 1-0-1 in the conference after a 1-1 draw with Transylvania on Wednesday. Sam Bird, the coach of the Quakers, entering his second season of his alma mater. The 2003 graduate served as an assistant coach for Roy Messer for 2 seasons prior to being promoted to head coach in May after Coach Messer retired in 2015. Rudy Argueta, the head coach of the Mount St. Joseph Lions, is in his 7th year as soccer coach at Mount St. Joseph's. Now for the Quakers, senior Brett Marshall and freshman Micah Rowland are the two that scored multiple goals this season. Sophomore goalkeeper Nicola Monti has a 4-2 record as Earlham's keeper. Teddy Kerr has scored 9 of Mount St. Joseph's 30 goals to give you some impact on both of those sides. However, in goal for the Quakers today, it will not be Nicola Monti. It will be Peter Cassius, a sophomore from Paoli, Pennsylvania. And we'll talk more about that in just a moment. The Quakers are 3-2-1 overall against Mount St. Joseph since joining the HCAC prior to the 2010 season. The Quakers claimed a 2-1 victory at Mount St. Joseph last year thanks to a game-winning goal from, at the time, senior Tiki Brown. We'll be back with more on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame show in just a few moments. You are watching Quaker Soccer on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hi, this is Troy Darengowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond.
Back with you on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame report. And here are the starting lineups. First for your home Quakers, in goal, sophomore I mentioned earlier, number 37, Peter Cassius. A freshman from Silver Spring, Maryland, number 3, Micah Rowland. A junior from Silver Spring, Maryland, number 5, Ishmael Lap Kamara. A freshman from Lake Oswego, Oregon, number 6, Paget Gustafson. A sophomore from Decatur, Georgia, number 7, Liam Ferguson. A junior from Olympia, Washington, number 8, Aiden Clemmer. Isn't that your roommate? A sophomore from Woodbury, Minnesota, number 9, Yuki Adams. A sophomore from Richmond, Indiana, number 10, Michael Black. A junior from Middlesex, New Jersey, number 11, Victor Zuniga. A junior from Belgrade, Serbia, number 21, Vojislav Tatarovic. A freshman from Victor, New York, number 22, Joe Balls, and that is the starting lineup for your Quakers. Sam Bird is the head coach in his second season, assisted by Aaron Gustine. Again, it is Rowland, Lap Kamara, Gustafson, Ferguson, Clemmer, Adams, Black, Zuniga, Tatarovic, Balls, and Cassius in goal. For the visiting Mount St. Joseph Lions, in goal, a junior from Greendale, Indiana, number 40, Will Schwing. A senior from Hilliard, Ohio, number 2, Zach. Now I can't read my writing. Kebler. Is it Keebler? Kebler. We're going to go with Kebler. A sophomore from Cold Spring, Kentucky, number 3, Seth Freepon. A senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 4, Tyler Schumann. A junior from Cleves, Ohio, number 5, Cody Hacker. A sophomore from Cincinnati, number 8, Austin Masters. A freshman from Cleves, Ohio, number 9, Alonzo Garcia Alvarez. A junior from Cleves, Ohio, number 10, Teddy Kerr. A junior from Georgetown, Ohio, number 11, Kyle Damon. A junior from Cincinnati, number 13, Alex Gross. And a junior from New Richmond, Ohio, number 15, Michael Hubert. The Lions are coached by Rudy Argueta, assisted by Chris Crone and Justin Caroline. And again, the starting lineup will be Kebler, Friepon, Schumann, Hacker, Masters, Garcia Alvarez, Kerr, Damon, Gross, and Hubert. We want to thank you for joining us on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame report. We'll be back with the start of this match in just a moment. You're watching Quaker Soccer on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Earlhamites, you don't need to be on the heart to feel close to it. Your Earlham Alumni Council is here to help all of our alumni stay connected, to support students, and to ensure that Earlham is strong for years to come.
Back at Madlack Field, as we are getting ready for the first kick, the opening kick of the men's match between the Quakers and the Lions. The Quakers come in, as we talked about in the pregame, with a 5-5-0 overall record. And the Lions come in with a 6-2-2 overall record. The Quakers in their last 5 are 3-2-0. The Lions in their last 5, 3-1-1. We want to take this opportunity to remind you that the Quakers will be in action on October 12th at Defiance. It's a 3:30 start. And their next home match here at Madlack Field will be October 15th in a conference game against Anderson. That is a 3:30 start as well. And the conference is led by Hanover and Rose-Hulman with a 2-0-0, whatever it is. 2 wins, no losses, no ties for Hanover and Rose-Hulman. Defiance with 1 win, no losses, 1 tie. The Quakers are in the middle of the pack with a 1-1-0 conference record. Mount St. Joseph's is 1-0-0. Zuniga at top along with Tatarovic. Yuki Adams will jog over to the near side. Quakers in the maroon, attacking from right to left on your screen. Oh, that was not, it was Roland and Zuniga at the top to begin. Good sliding tackle by Garcia Alvarez for the Lions. Lions in the white, attacking from left to right on your screen. That's a good switch pass to Hacker, intercepted by Balls. Balls will put it up top, looking for Zuniga. Victor could not get there in time. Yuki not able to handle that pass, and the Lions back on attack, chasing that down is Gustafsson for the Quakers. He will clear it over to Klemmer. Klemmer looks up pitch. Yuki not able to keep that in possession for the Quake. Kebler got it for the Lions. Now Hacker, he'll send it up, and flying through was Lap Kamara to clear it for the Quakers. Skying high was Gustafson. Yuki Adams, it looked like he was hooked. It could have been a foul, but instead it'll be a throw for the Quake. Klemmer will take it. Yuki, nice job getting the ball over to Ferguson. Ferguson chasing it down. Could not get there before the keeper. Schwing took it, and what a collision at midfield. And slow to get up is Tatarovic. So it will be a, what? Tatarovic? That hurts, yeah. It'll be a free kick here for the Quakers. Lap Kamara will take it. He sends it up high, leaking to the left. Yuki heads it back on target. Good job keeping it in there. Attacking third was Black, and it will be a Quaker throw on the far side as Ferguson was battling for that ball. Tatarovic to Balls. Balls had it deflected and then lost it briefly, and that's going to be offsides, and Kerr knew it and just pulled up, and it was a good play by Kerr. Kerr leads the Lions in goals. He is 9 on the season with 1 assist. Quakers are led in goals by Brett Marshall with 3. Micah Rowland has 2. Joe Balls, Michael Black, Nicholas Day, and Ishmael Lap Kamara each with 1 goal for the Quakers. I'd say that wrong every time. Sorry, Nicholas. Knight starting. Didn't get a chance to chat with Coach Sam Bird in the pregame. I'm sure Dye is a little injured. Hamstring issue. That's why we have men around. Ball off of Yuki Adams. Good job by Cody Hacker for the Lions. That wind holding that throw up, and that's going to be a foul. I believe it was on Kerr as he fouled Cassius. Free kick for the Quakers. Adams controlling it. Good first touch. Looked like Black was expecting Yuki to make another run. Yuki, good weighted pass out front for Rowland. Rowland tried to find Zuniga. Yuki battling with Hacker. Both of those guys doing the same thing. I always find it interesting on who gets the foul call when they're both holding and hooking. This time Yuki catches the foul. That ball, good ball in by Kebler. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Keebler. That's what I tried to write. It's Keebler. Zach Keebler. My apologies to Zach and his family. Gustafson goes to ground after battling for that ball. Nice little give and go that doesn't work for the Lions, but it was good effort. Yuki put it out front. I think he expected Roland to make a run on that far side. He looked up, Yuki, before he put the boot into it. And actually it was a good play by Yuki, just not rolling out on the same page. And that's going to be a foul on the far side. And it looks like the foul goes against Roland. Again, interesting how perception, you know, Troy has told me for 20 years it's a game of angles, and it doesn't matter what game we're watching. And I guess depending on the angle that you have there would depend on who you call the foul on. So the free kick will be taken by Seth Frepon, or Frepon, excuse me, Frepon. Drives it low. That's called a worm burner. Ferguson trying to get the balls to Ferguson, still keeps it active. Yuki blocks it. Victor going after it. Ferguson able to keep it alive. Back to Black. Clemmer. He's got room to run. He surveys the pitch. Puts a nice ball up, and that's a foul. I didn't see the flag. I think it was a foul. I'm not sure if that was on Gross or not, but it will be against the Lions, so a free kick in a scoring area for the Quakers. And it looks like Joe Balls will be set to take the kick against a three-man wall. And this will represent really the first good scoring opportunity for the Quakers. That ball sent high and deep. And really no struggle at all for the Lions. Yuki tried to put a shot into it, but pulls it wide. I'm a big fan, though, of trying to put the ball or just take the shots when you can, when it makes sense. The more opportunities you put near the net, eventually they'll come through. And wide open space is Hacker. He'll center it. His pass will find the open man on that far side, which is Gross. And there's a wild shot by Keebler, but had a lot of power behind it. Good job by Black of creating some space for himself. Cassius will get that easily. Coach Argueta getting some instructions to his side. Cassius, a little bit of a miss-hit. Taterovich and Kerr battling for that ball. It will go as a throw for the Lions on the far side. A little bit of a better crowd here for the men's side as the match, as the volleyball game is over, and a tough loss for the Quaker volleyball team at Shuckman Court. What a beautiful day to be outside here watching soccer. The low 60s, a little bit of a breeze, but in the sun feels great. If you're under the tent like men, you need a jacket. Quakers need to clear this as Kerr battling for the ball along with Masters inside the box. It's going to be a Lions throw. Black with the header to clear. Oh, the Quakers will get the throw to Tarovich on the far side. And he'll get to do it again. That ball goes out of play. The ball will remain with the Quakers. To Tarovich again with the throw. Ferguson heads it. Cleared by Schumann. Should be another Quaker throw. Tarovich again on the far side. He'll go short to Black. Looks up. Tried to find Rowland, and there is a foul against Ferguson. Free kick for the Lions. Battling for the ball, Lap Kamara and Taterovich. Taterovich loses sight of the ball, and really kind of fortunate that Kerr wasn't there to put it shot on target.
50-yard gap between you guys and our midfield. Tell him to get it quick.
That looked like it could have been a foul on Huber, but play on. Lions on the attack. They lose the ball. Joe Balls kicks it in the face. It is a handball, inadvertent, but it will be free kick for the Quakers. Looks like Kerr inadvertently hit the ball as he was running up pitch. Gustafsson will take the kick. Drives it in. Black. Over to Taterovich. Black. Spins. Switches to Klemmer. Klemmer has room. To Zuniga. Victor tried to go to Yuki, but it was intercepted by Hacker. Yuki is tripped up by Masters. So another foul against the Lions. Free kick for the Quakers. Klemmer set for the free kick. He'll put it up. It goes straight and headed out of play by Black. Early going, one shot for each side, none on target. 5 fouls for the Lions, 3 fouls for the Quakers. Taterovich heads it out briefly, heads it again, and looks like he will boot it out of play. Throw in for the Lions. So checking out will be Hacker. Coming in for the Lions will be Joseph Glisson, a junior from Cincinnati. Oh, and that header goes the wrong way. In dangerous territory. The Quakers need to clear it, and there's a goal. And I believe that is on Seth Freepon. Just not a good enough job getting the clearance. And the Quakers find themselves down 1-0. Yuki chasing after that ball, battling with Glisson. Here's Kerr. Not entirely sure what he was trying with on the back kick there, as there was really no Lion that was going to be close to getting that ball. At the feet of Huber. He'll switch over to Gross. Chasing after it is Garcia Alvarez, but it will be a Quaker throw. Taterovich will take it on that far side. So the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, the Quakers find themselves down in the first half, 1-0. "28 minutes into this first half. 28 minutes to go. 20 minutes to go. Thank you, sorry. So we've played 17 minutes and got 27 to go. Men's mad at me. Per usual. Yeah, nothing new. Men being mad at me, nothing new. Yuki misplays it, and the Lions will be back on the attack. Kerr. He's tripped up briefly by Lap Kamara, no call, and now the Quakers on the attack. Black with room to run. Has balls on his left, and he tried to thread the needle to Roland, and it's intercepted, and the Lions were hoping for a counter, but instead just a tough first touch by Garcia Alvarez. And that ball will go out of play and be a throw for the Quakers. So I think both sides there could look at missed opportunities for a quality attack. Zuniga comes to balls. He's got Clemmer on the left. He'll get it to Aiden. Aiden looking. Back to Balls. Balls has plenty of room. Goes to Victor, and Victor with a heavy touch. But Yuki's right there. He's got it. Finds Roland. Roland centers, and Yuki not there. Ball back to Victor. Zuniga's left foot was blocked by Gross, and it should be the first corner for the Quakers. And who's going to take that?
You step over there. Leave Masters here. Switch with Masters. Yep.
Micah Rowland will take the corner for the Quake. Shot up, and no Quaker can get to it in the box. Ferguson slides and keeps it in play. Tries to get around the defender. Runs wildly and will be called for the foul, and it's going to be a stoppage. And it looks like a booking for Liam. No, guess not. And it is. A booking on Ferguson. I think the referee just saying him running in wildly, reckless. So the first yellow that we have seen today, and it goes against the Quakers. The Lions with the free kick. Kerr misses the header. Lap Kamara will send it up pitch for the Quakers. Ferguson will get the call and will get the throw for the Quakers. Quakers again with the throw. Liam to Taterovich, back to Liam. Liam will send it up high towards the goal. Yuki will chase it down. Clemmer send it up against the wind, and it just drifted. Taterovich puts a hard shot into the defender of the Lions. will go out and will be a throw for Earlham. Pele Tracy will come in for the Quakers at their next opportunity. So Tracy coming in for Micah Rowland. Taterovich throws it in. It looked like Ferguson was pushed in the back. Nothing. Referee says play on. There's a goal kick. Ben Thiemann, a freshman from Cold Spring, Kentucky, will check in the next opportunity for the Lions. I should mention that Pele Tracy is a senior from Shepherdstown, West Virginia. That looked like that was a foul against the Quakers. The Lions go quickly. And it will be a goal kick for Cassius. Valentino Mbaya, a junior from Lexington, Kentucky, will check in for the Quakers. Coming out for the Lions will be Alex Gross, and Liam Ferguson will come out with that yellow card for the Earlham. Yuki to Victor. Back to Tracy. Tracy sends it up for Yuki. Will Yuki get there? He will not, as Schumann had the angle, but it will be a throw for the Quakers. Klemmer to Victor. Back to Klemmer. Tracy tried to find Zuniga. That looked like a little bit of extra effort there from Keebler. Klemmer to throw. Gets it to Black. That's a foul against Garcia Alvarez. Klemmer will take the free kick. He will go back to Gustafsson. There's Lap Kamara. He will send it up pitch, and Mbaya is tracking it down. Heads it. Goes to ground, and that's a foul, or, yeah, a foul. So it appears that Lap Kamara will take the free kick for the Quakers as they look for the equalizing goal. The Quakers have had 2 shots, none on goal. Ball sent in deep. Opportunity for the Quakers. Zuniga spins and fires, and it is covered up by Schwang. So the 3rd shot for the Quakers, first on goal. Yuki. Zuniga with the block. Schumann drops it back to Thiemann. Yuki is there battling. It will be a throw for the Lions. Glisson puts it around and then pushes Klemmer to ground, and nothing. No call at all. Play on. Yuki back to Klemmer. Klemmer was the great change of direction footwork. Tries to pass it up pitch. It goes off of Keebler. Gustafsson. Yuki. He will switch and does not get to Mbaya as Damon keeps it alive for the Lions. Here's Balls. Spins. Puts it up front for Zuniga. Plenty of space on the near side. Victor centers. Shot up, or no shot up. Centering pass. I thought Mbaya was going to head it, but I was blocked by the official. And I'll let men laugh at me, but again, it's a game of angles. I was blocked. I thought Mbaya was there. Just get the sub. Why don't you do that? Nathan Hornback, a senior from Cincinnati, from Powerhouse Elder High School. Masters will sit down. Long throw in by the Lions. Black will get it over to Clemmer. Clemmer looks up pitch, finds Yuki. Yuki thought about the return pass to Clemmer, but Zuniga will get it to Clemmer. And that's a whistle. Stop the clock. That's going to be a card. Another reckless challenge by Schumann, very similar to what Ferguson did on that side. So Schumann with the first yellow for the Lions. Balls goes to Yuki. Yuki will center it. Quakers not able to take advantage, although Balls will shoot it. Will be on goal, but it was wound up easily for Schwang. Mbaya to Tracy, but Alvarez come flying through. Lap Kamara begging the official for a foul. Still looking at the official. Starting to get a little chippy, and I could hear from the one of the players it's getting out of hand real quick. Victor had eyes on that ball easily. It took a funny hop with the English on it. Yuki puts it out front for Victor. Victor right in the position, centers it, but Tracy was not able to make the run. Some good movement by the Lions, but ultimately will be a Quaker throw. Yuki wanted a handball called. Good move by Clemmer. He drops it back to Gustafsson. To Lap Kamara. To Tarovich on the far side. Good job changing direction. Still battling. Masters on the far side for the Lions has it stolen from Taterovich. Masters battling back, and there's a foul. Taterovich not happy with the call, and we're going to get a card for dissent. Not entirely sure that that's not common with all sides, but regardless, it goes against Taterovich. So the second yellow. Ball up. Taterovich heads it. Yuki will chase it. And sends it up. Pitch to Balls. Balls back to Clemmer. Good move by Aiden. Balls comes up with it. Has Clemmer near him. Clemmer will get in the center of the pitch. And Balls is tripped up by Huber. Goes to ground. And the ball winds up at Schwing's feet. Balls with a great interception. Good anticipation of the passing lane. And then the Quakers give it away, but it will be their throw. Coach Argueta not happy. Taterovich on the far side. He'll send it up. Looking for Zuniga. Victor giving up a few inches to Schumann on the defensive side. And advantage being played. Not really an advantage for the Quakers so far. Black. Send it up. Mbaya is there. And just not in time as Schwing comes out. Exceptionally close there as Mbaya nearly got to it for a header.
Hey, Wolf, you see it? Come on early.
Coach Argueta telling his keeper, if you see it, get there early. Now Yuki with room finds Zuniga. Victor tripped up briefly. Vantage being played. Balls. Needs to center. Tries to turn the corner. Cut off. And ultimately has the ball stolen. Klemmer heads it back to Yuki. Yuki will put it up high. And Mbaya's there. And that's going to be a foul on Yuki as he pushed off. Huh? And that's one of those fouls that is happening really all over the pitch, but it was right in the eye line of the referee, and he just has to call it. So Schwing will take the kick. "15 minutes remaining here in the first half. Quakers down 1-0 on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. And that's a foul against Tracy. And the Lions player still down. Slow to get up. It is Zach Keebler. So free kick will be taken right at the midfield line. Looks like Garcia Alvarez will take the kick. Keebler still getting his wits about him. Garcia Alvarez sends it up high. Good job by Gustafsson. Balls. Drops it back to Klemmer. Klemmer again with good footwork. Yuki comes through, takes it, tries to thread the needle between two defenders, does, and then he draws the foul. Nathan Hornback, a senior we mentioned from Cincinnati, elder, with the step over, and there was a little push in the back by Damon on Yuki. Again, it's starting to get a little chippy. Here's Keebler. He'll send it up, and that'll be right to Cassius. It smells like inferiority has reached the broadcast table. Gustafsson battling with Hornback. Mbaya knocked off of the ball by Freepon. Freepon scored the goal for the Lions. Yellow cards for Liam Ferguson and Tatarevich for the Quakers, and a yellow card for Schumann on the Lions. And we got another stoppage in play. Quaker down. Sure, is that Tatarevich? And they are calling on the training staff. The Reed sports medicine personnel coming out, and it was Tatarevich. And it looks like they are going to send him off. So the Quakers will be playing with 10 men for a bit until the referee waves Tatarevich back on. Tatarevich tells the referee he's good to go. And one of the great things about soccer is the sportsmanship in those types of situations where possession goes over to the Lions, but they return it in kind due to the injured player. One of my favorite things about soccer. Yuki Adams will get there and should have some room. He'll center it. Ball's not there, and Baya was tracking as well. Garcia Alvarez will put it up for Keebler. Stolen by Tatarevich, and Baya is there. And it will travel all the way down to the corner. There's a whistle. Foul against the Lions. And again, Tatarevich and the Lion player tangled up, and neither are happy about it. Looks like that was Kerr. And they get up and exchange pleasantries. Maybe Christmas cookie recipes. Nothing like a good snickerdoodle. Tatarevich with the free kick. No, excuse me, that'll be Lap Kamara. Drives it in. It's alive. There is a swing and a miss by Gustafsson, and it's going to be a corner? Yeah, it was deflected by the Lions. So Joe Balls will go to take the corner for the Quakers. This will be their second corner. And looking for a good offensive opportunity here on this set piece. Kick is up, is high and wide. No real danger for the Lions. That will go out of play, and a throw in by Tatarevich. 2 shots, 1 on goal for the Lions. And that was a good one because it went in the goal. 5 shots for the Quakers, 2 on target. Garcia Alvarez. Thiemann gets around Yuki Adams. Tracy with the sliding tackle, and he took a boot to the leg. That's painful. That may leave a mark. Gets up and jogs it off, something that Troy Darengowski would have never have done. Would have had 5 boxes of Kleenex to cover those tears for Dalowichuk. But Tracy, it's a grown man out there playing this game. Klemmer switches. Tried to find Tatarevich. I think the wind held that up a bit. Kerr keeps it alive, but Tatarevich will get possession for the Quakers. Mbaya spins, finds Zuniga. Heavy first touch by Victor. Tatarevich sends it up high. Yuki Adams is there. Gets ahead on it. Will chase after it. Will get there in time and is clipped from behind. That'll be a foul. A free kick for the Quakers. 12 fouls now for Mount St. Joseph's against 7 for the Quakers. Joe Balls with the free kick. And the Quakers really need to drive this ball in and get a shot on target. Schwing setting up his wall. Looks like a 2-person wall. Sends it in low. Black got a boot on it, but it was not able to spin and fire. And now the counter by the Lions. They've got room. Joe Balls interrupted the run of Huber. And that ball will go back to Cassius. Mbaya battling for the ball. Now Zuniga checks in. And it will be a throw for the Lions, apparently. So in for the Lions will be Caleb Smith, a senior from Pataskala, Ohio. And Brett Marshall, a senior from Cincinnati, will check in for the Quakers. Zuniga will sit down. And who's coming out is whoever's walking on the backside behind the net is coming out for the Lions. Lions with the throw. Ball alive and a miss. Thank goodness a mixed kick if you're a Quaker fan. And if you're a Lion fan, that was a missed opportunity by Smith. Still can't tell who came out. Does appear to be Garcia Alvarez, number 9, that came out. Good steal by Marshall. Puts it out front for Yuki. Yuki will get there. Looks for the switch, drops it, and Black was not able to get there. A good run by Caleb Smith. They intercept that ball. Thiemann still with the ball. Headed by Hornback. Head again. Back to Damon. And that's going to be a throw for the Lions. Damon will sit down. As will Kerr. Nathan Mueller, a freshman from Trenton, Ohio, is in. As is Zachary Logsden, a sophomore from Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Logsden loses the handle, drops it back to Freepon. Freepon, they scored the goal earlier. Mbaya battling for it. And if we get a whistle, and it will be free kick for the Quakers. Tatarovich on the far side will take it.
The scoreboard doesn't have the clock where you can put the timer. At least not where I can see. In the past, it just starts at 15 and you can change it. I didn't see it on that scoreboard. So I tried to find another one that would do it.
Around 5 minutes to go in the first half. And the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, the Lions of Mount St. Joseph lead your Earlham Quakers 1-0. Yuki Adams will switch sides. Lap Kamara puts it out for Tatarovich. The Quakers are pressing up, trying to get something going offensively, but that invites the counterattack, and the Lions are on it. So far, nothing that the Quakers can't handle on this transaction. There was Tatarovich with the steal and was pulled back a little bit. Then it's going to be a foul against Earlham. They go quickly. Coach Argueta calling for the switch. Brett Marshall will be called for the foul. Apparently what you need to do when you get fouled is just go to ground. Make sure you go to ground. 13 fouls against the Lions, 8 fouls against the Quakers. Quakers have outshot the Lions 5-2, with Quakers also getting more shots on goal, 2-1. But most importantly, the Lions lead 1-0. So Freepon to take the free kick. Drives it in. No real danger there as the Quakers clear it. Marshall. How is that? The impedance should be a foul in of itself, but no call. Quakers come out with it. Mbaya at midfield. He'll put it up. Tried to find Yuki. Yuki went the other way.
Caleb, go to the ball, please. Go to the ball.
Will Schwing will send it up pitch. Black tracking it for the Quakers and misses it. Gustafson is there, and now Black at his feet. Finds Tracy. And another foul against the Quakers. Freepon will take the free kick. Free Punt's kick is in, headed, and right into the hands of Cassius. Well, Men's not giving an official save on that? No, Men says no. Men is a tough scorer. Tough. Brutal. Savage. Lions again on the attack. Good job by Mbaya blocking that cross attempt. Coach Argueta giving instructions to his side. The Lions pack it in. Here comes the throw. Coming out for it was Cassius, still alive, and he is off his line. Nathan Mueller fighting for it. That'll be cleared right towards Men. Won't make a play. Told you. He's in a bad mood. Yeah, because England only beat Malta 2-0. And his United side is, stinking it up over in the EPL. Yuki battling for the ball. Comes back to Free Punt. Brett Marshall pushing Free Punt off. But what a good move. And then knocked out of play by Gustafsson. So it'll be a throw for the Lions right near their bench. Under a minute remaining. Men cannot wait, as that means that Troy will be here instead of me. Then he'll be happy. Ball alive and that's a foul against the Lions apparently. Not sure how that happened, but so Cassius gets set, puts it in.
10.
Under 10 seconds to go in the half.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Clemmer will just let it go, and that's the way the first half ends. So on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Mount St. Joseph's 1, the Earlham Quakers 0. We'll be back on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management halftime report in just a few moments. You are watching Quaker Soccer on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank. A bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Back on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management halftime report. Your score, Mount St. Joseph 1, Earlham 0. And here are the stats. The shots, Mount St. Joseph's 2, 1 on goal, and as I mentioned, that was a good one. It went through for a score. 2 saves for Will Schwing, 14 fouls for the Lions, and 1 yellow card for the Quakers. 5 shots on goal. 5 shots, 2 on goal. They've had 2 corners, 10 fouls against the Quakers, and 2 yellow cards. The goal for Mount St. Joseph's was scored by number 3, Seth Freepun, the sophomore from Cold Spring, Kentucky. And the yellow card for the Lions by Tyler Schumann. Now on the Quakers side, the yellow cards for number 7, Liam Ferguson, and number 21, Vojislav Tatarovich. So at the half, the Mount St. Joseph Lions lead 1-0 over your Earlham Quakers. And maybe the best news that I can provide all of you is that Troy Darengowski will be giving you the second half play-by-play. So while you'll get a quality play-by-play call, you'll have a terrible person doing it. So, I guess it's you get what you get. And a reminder that the next Quaker men's soccer game will be right here at Defiance, October 12th, and then the next home game, October 15th, against Anderson. So we invite you to tune in for that. But stay tuned, more soccer on the way with the best officiating crew ever in the history of officials. Back at Matlack Field in just a moment, you're watching Quaker Soccer on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
Hitters Hangout Academy has everything you need to train year-round to become a better player. They offer everything from cage rentals to private lessons and specialized classes. They offer hitting, infield play, outfield play, catching, pitching, strength, and agility for baseball and softball players alike. Their goal is to leave players with a better understanding of the game and to learn why they do certain things, and as always, play the game the right way. For more information, go to their website, hittershangoutacademy.com. Hi, this is Troy Darengowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad, several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Kids need additional education after high school if they hope to be financially secure. Hi, I'm Bill Stanczykiewicz with some education planning tips from the Indiana Youth Institute and Ivy Tech Community College. Now's the time for college-bound students to take prep courses or online practice tests to get ready for next fall's SAT or ACT exams. Students also can plan for summer college visits, which should include meeting with an admissions and financial aid representative. These meetings are important for all students, whether they plan to earn a 4-year degree or a credential, certificate, or associate's degree. Those good options require 2 years of additional schooling or less. This Kids Count Minute is a message from the Indiana Youth Institute and Ivy Tech, online at ivytech.edu. And for more parent tips, visit us online at iyI.org/kids.
Kids Count on you.
It takes a lot of pieces working together to run a successful business in today's world. One big piece is your connectivity, powered by your internet. For local businesses in Richmond, you have options for who provides your internet. When deciding who to go with, you need to look at Parallax Systems, fiber optic packaging for your benefit. Speed, reliability, and local service, you get it all with Parallax Systems, a division of RP&L. Visit online at parallax.ws or call 962-3770.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Alums, want to connect with the college and your fellow Earlham alumni? Attend an alumni event. Our office is always organizing events locally and around the country and on campus during homecoming and reunion weekend. For information on upcoming events, visit earlham.edu/alumni. We hope to see you soon.
Hi, this is Troy Argowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So of course I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Students, the Earlham College Alumni Council is happy to support you in many ways, like working at career events and providing funding for student summer research with faculty. It won't be long until you're alumni yourselves, so look for them when they're on campus. They're one of your best resources for information about life after Earlham.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Indiana is among the worst states in the nation for smoking during pregnancy, which means many Hoosier children are not getting the healthy start they need. I'm Bill Stanczykiewicz from the Indiana Youth Institute, reminding moms good health during pregnancy is important. Indiana's rate of mothers smoking while pregnant is nearly twice the national average, despite evidence that links maternal smoking to serious health risks to their babies at birth and into adulthood. This includes a 30 to 50% increase in the likelihood of miscarriage, emotional difficulties such as attention deficit and hyperactivity, and reduced birth weight, which can lead to vision and hearing impairments, developmental delays, and mental retardation. This Kids Count Minute is a message from the Indiana State Department of Health and the Indiana Youth Institute. For more parent tips, go to IYI.org/kids.
Kids Count on you.
Hey, we're back once again here at Matlack Field as we prepare for the second half. Thanks to Brian Cox covering earlier today the women's contest. They lost that one by a final 3-0, 1-0. Here in the second half, we're very close to the second half here for the men's contest. Let's get you caught up on a couple of college football games that are going on today. In fact, we looked at some finals earlier today. Oklahoma, they beat Texas by a final of 45-40. Couple of games that are underway. The Ohio State and Indiana game, they are tied at 3 apiece in the second quarter. And one other final I want to mention here real quick is Notre Dame ended up losing earlier today 10-3 and a block punt. Wow, that's big. So Notre Dame losing once again, this time to North Carolina State. The Miami Redhawks trailing at Akron 21-6. That game at halftime. What's that? Virginia Tech leading number 17 North Carolina 6-0. Indiana, well, now Ohio State is now. No, this is football. This is American football. Number 2 Ohio State now leading Indiana. That score 10-3. Purdue's on top of Illinois 7-6. This is where the guys put on the pads and stuff, you know. The really tough guys. Ball State trailing Central Michigan 10-7. That game is in the second quarter. Texas A&M ranked 8th. They're leading number 9 Tennessee in the first quarter 21-7 there. Michigan State on top of BYU in the second quarter 7-0. Kentucky leading Vanderbilt 7-3. Colorado and USC, they are underway. That Florida-LSU game has been again postponed. One other final, let's see here, at least around our region, Cincinnati losing to Connecticut 20-9. And they had a final out of the Big Ten. Iowa beats Minnesota 14-7. Also in the Big Ten, Penn State was a winner over Maryland 38-14. Out of the SEC, Auburn picks up a win at Mississippi State 38-14. Again, Notre Dame losing. They're now 2-4 on the season. North Carolina State improving to 4-1. That final 10-3. And one other final out of the ACC, Pittsburgh beating Georgia Tech. That final 37-34. So there's some finals in college football this afternoon. We're ready for the second half as Earlham trails Mount St. Joe 1-0. Stay right there. That second half coming up in a moment. This is Earlham Soccer right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Hitters Hangout Academy has everything you need to train year-round to become a better player. They offer everything from cage rentals to private lessons and specialized classes. They offer hitting, infield play, outfield play, catching, pitching, strength, and agility for baseball and softball players alike. Their goal is to leave players with a better understanding of the game and to learn why they do certain things, and as always, play the game the right way. For more information, go to their website, hittershangoutacademy.com. There is one thing for sure in my life. I know nothing about fixing cars. That's why I take my vehicles to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main in Richmond. Their experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems. So if you have an automotive question, they have the answers at Beach Automotive, 110 East Main in Richmond, or give them a call at 765-966-8181 or visit their website, beach-auto.com.
We are ready for the second half, again back here at Matlack Field. Great to have you with us. The Quakers trying to pick up their 6th win of the year. Mount St. Joe looking for win number 7. The Quakers trail this one 1-0 as we get set again for second half action, as the Quakers once again will be on the road at Defiance coming up on October the 12th. Last time that I was here, it was a Quaker team that just could not find a way to get things going offensively. And getting shut out again here in the first half of play. So second half underway. Mount St. Joe and the All-Whites attacking right to left. And by in the starting lineup in the second half for the Quakers. This will work to the near side, and ball kept in play by Kyle Damon, the junior out of Georgetown, Ohio. Lions will have a throw in here on the near side and keeping an eye on Argueta. I don't have my binoculars now. Looks like Cody Kappas has now come in as the new goalkeeper for Mount St. Joe, so they have made a change. Kappas out of Via Hills, Kentucky, went to Dixie Heights High School. Just over a minute into the second half. Yeah, the ball will be played into Earlham territory. Good look down there for Aiden Clemmer. Clemmer looking ahead and
just outside the box. Mount St. Joe gets a kick, and this will go wide to the left. So early attack outside the box there on the long shot by Mount St. Joe. Peter Cachetas again for the Quakers with a kick. Again, the wind coming out of the north. That'll give a little more distance on the kick as the Quakers in possession. Taterovich. Now it'll be Marshall. Marshall playing time here in the second half. By the way, that clock you see on your scoreboard does not work. So we'll let you know as soon as we can on where the time is in this one here in the second half. Marshall, the long run comes up empty, and the again new goalkeeper Cody Kappas there for Mount St. Joe. Ball played midfield. Teddy Kerr, and you hear that wind again. That'll be a factor, I believe, here in the second half. Quakers have to go into that wind, and they're covering a championship earlier. Take that back. Quakers will have that wind behind it. It'll be Mount St. Joe going into the wind. We were covering a championship game earlier, and it was really a factor in that high school championship contest that was played between Richmond and Newcastle earlier today. The Newcastle team could barely get that ball past midfield as much as that wind was coming out. And the Quakers again look to go on the counterattack at midfield. Michael Black there for the Quakers looking to advance, and just outside the midfield circle, and that's where Mount St. Joe will look to set things up. They'll dump it behind and go on the attack from there. Marshall leading the way defensively there for the Quakers, and by it to the near side. And the ball kicked once again behind, and this will be Michael Huber. Lions look to move it to the far sideline, and that'll be Alex Gross, the junior defenseman, with a throw-in. He did a pretty good job getting some distance on that throw, especially again the way the wind is coming out of the north. And there is Lap Kamara for the Quakers, and now Earlham a chance to go back on the counterattack. Tracy there at midfield looking for a teammate. They'll dump it behind again. That's Michael Black. And once again, Lap Kamara. Good distance again. With a header that time by Huber, and we'll work it to the near sideline. Marshall again. Boy, he's a guy that has a high motor for this Quaker soccer team. Back to midfield, and there's a takeaway by Hubler there for Mount St. Joe, and that'll be a foul call. And we will have a red card, I believe, here. Got a red and a yellow. Red came out first, yellow came out second. So let's see if it will be who they will call these on.
He cleared through the guy, right?
Now we'll wait and sort this out. I'm not exactly sure who they've.
Okay. I was just wondering because I didn't see it.
You're good.
Once we get the information on the yellow and the red, we'll pass it along. But again, one of those was a red. At least it came out red at first.
That was a red. Yeah, it's just a straight red along with the yellow. Red card for Voya. Straight red and then a yellow card number 10 for White. Okay, so yellow card for 10, Mount St. Joseph.
So the yellow goes to Teddy Kerr.
And then Voya gets a red.
And then Voya Taterovich will get the red. So very rare that, at least previously in the few matches we have done, have you seen a red and a yellow at the same time. And Quakers are putting this ball in play, and I don't think they're going to let them right here. Earlham tried to get out on a quick break, and they stopped him right there. The official is still talking to two players from Mount St. Joe. I don't think you can do that. So Earlham will have to come back and set it up once again just outside of midfield, and that'll be Lap Kamara there for the Quakers, and Mbaya just to his right. You can't see Mbaya right at the moment. Earlham changing. Michael Black will go to midfield, and we'll see Gustafson go down, and this is a high kick and a long kick, and it'll go through. Nice effort there for the Quakers on that long ball. Well, those are dangerous, especially the way that wind again is coming from the north. That ball really carried a long way, and Mount St. Joe might be making a change here pretty soon in their lineup. Nathan Mueller out of Trenton, Ohio, set to come in now for the Lions. That'll be a foul called at midfield. That may have been Seth Freepen there for the Lions, and now the Quakers. A little different attack so far than what we saw a couple of days ago. Earlham was dumping a lot behind against DePaul, but not so far, at least here in the second half. As again, another long kick picked up by Kappas, and here's Mount St. Joe coming to the near sideline. Lions being patient as well, as they will dump it behind, make the Quakers chase. Joe Ball's on the top of that Quaker defense. Also giving chase there, Yuki Adams. And now Kappas will come out, and again a short kick, the back head there by Michael Black to midfield, and once again into Mount St. Joe territory. So the Lions will have to play it from there, and Joe Black will force Kappas to pick that one up for Mount St. Joe. Second half, 1-0. Quakers trail. Earlham just coming off that tough loss recently to Rose-Hulman. They've been shut out by Otterbein. Rose-Hulman this year. They got beat by Trine and Wabash. They lose to Ferrum, so they've had some matchups where they just have not been able to get anything going offensively. But again, they picked up that win over Bluffton 3-2 on the road. Quakers will have 3 more home matches after today. Anderson October 15th, Transylvania the 26th, and Manchester the 29th. And right now the Quakers 1-1 in the conference. Hanover, Rose-Hulman both at 2-0. So still very much in the mix this early in the conference season. Here's Marshall. Marshall turns, looks to advance with the dribble on the right. And Mbaya coming from behind against Damon. And did they get a foul right here? Kind of a late whistle that time. They may have called that against Kyle Damon. So they'll move Damon back. It'll be a 3-man wall here to this near side as Joe Balls will have the free kick. See Joe right there just to the right of your screen now. He's able to lift this one high, and he's very good at it, but reaching up, the goalkeeper, Kappas, there to snare that one out of the air. So once again, Mount St. Joe will take over the possession, go back on the counterattack as they will quickly hurry that ball close to midfield, and that one advanced off the right leg, down the sideline. And now just outside the box, Mount St. Joe looking here. Here's Hacker. Had a weak kick from the right side, lifted back out to midfield, and will eventually go out of bounds. And that, too, will give you an idea of that wind blowing from behind. That ball just kept sailing. And here is Nathan Mueller from Trenton, Ohio, played his high school soccer at Edgewood High School. And coming out of the lineup will be Teddy Kerr. Throw in, and a good throw in on the sideline for the Lions. And just outside the box, and that one just kicked high in the air that time by Lap Kamar, and here we go the other way. Here's Joe Balls. Balls into the attacking third, takes a little shove from behind by Freepen, and that'll be a foul call there against the Lions. Ball will be placed back a couple of yards here for Joe, and he'll have a pretty good look here. The Quakers will begin their rush from the left. And Joe can place this ball again. He'll have to place this a little bit to the right and take something off of it. Earlham trying to maneuver there just to the left, and Joe waiting to get the position. Boy, good kick, and that one reached up again. Boy, I tell you what, Kappas read it well for the second time. And Earlham unable to do anything on offense once again. Kappas high in there. Line drive kick will make it to midfield. That's him by with the front header, Marshall. And again, here is Lap Kamara. Kamara advancing with the right foot. For the Quakers, once again, Michael Black, the Richmond High School grad. Marshall dumping behind him by at midfield. Looks to Lap Kamara and will advance it and has a tip from behind. And that was Austin Masters there for Mount St. Joe. And to the near side, here's Damon. Marshall once again able to get to it on the near sideline. You see that right just below the observation area where the camera's located. And here's a throw in here on the near side once again, and we've got another yellow.
Man, that's going to be a foul and a yellow card.
So we're looking at a foul and a yellow card. So another yellow here this afternoon.
Mikey, split him. You got Mikey. You got Mikey.
And was Freepon just outside the line. It was a kick there by Garcia Alvarez. Quakers on the takeaway. Here's Joe Balls. He has Marshall to his right. And Balls, that one caroms high in the air. And by there for the Quakers. Mount St. Joe stopping that counterattack. Good defense as they got back in time. Lap Kamara looking to advance that, the front header. Once again by Mount St. Joe, that was Michael Huber there for the Lions. And once again, just outside midfield, they'll go on the counterattack as Mount St. Joe looks to go the other way. Lap Kamara able to bring that one back down here as Michael Black, nothing there, wisely dumps it behind it. A double team in front of him. And again, Joe Balls leading the way for the Quakers. He along with Tyler Schumann from Mount St. Joe on the run, and here is Kappas once again. Kappas actually getting some pretty good distance into the win. Ball picked up there by Freepon at midfield and tapped from behind by Yuki Adams. Michael Black once again for the Quakers. Again, he draws a crowd, able to look behind and reset the offense. Lap Kamar here at midfield and Mbaya to the near side. Mbaya looking ahead. He does have Yuki Adams there. Adams took a shot from behind, and nothing there from a whistle foul standpoint. Adams got it, but said he got hit from behind. The official apparently said he didn't. So now the Quakers try to peel back defensively, get the steal. Marshall there, and quickly taken away by Freepon. Marshall, good job disrupting the flow offensively, and here's Mueller. Mueller back behind now to Garcia Alvarez. And that one goes past the midfield circle to the far side. And it will have a throw in here, I believe, for Mount St. Joe. Quakers make a change. We'll see Victor Zuniga come in. Marshall will sit down. So losing Marshall when he comes out of the lineup, you lose a lot of energy on both sides for the Quakers when Marshall comes out. Zuniga will come in on the next dead ball, so Marshall will stay in just for a moment. Garcia Alvarez once again, ball lifted high in the air. Be careful, that one over the box. Mount St. Joe will keep it in attack. And the Quakers able to come up with a takeaway, and Mbaya will go down. Kubler will go down as well. And the ball out of bounds on the near side. Now Zuniga comes in, and Marshall will come out. Well, that was a nice deep ball put in there by the Mount St. Joe, but Quakers able to rebound quickly. Zuniga will take it here to the near side from Mbaya, and Victor will put that in play to midfield. Joe Ball's there for the Quakers, and Schumann with the header. Another header that time by Kubler, and once again we'll play at midfield. Cool day here today, but plenty of sunshine and a nice fall afternoon for college soccer here in the HCAC. Quakers and the Lions. Mount St. Joe gets the win. They'll stay undefeated in the HCAC. Then you'd have at least, again, depending on what else happens on this Saturday, 3 undefeated teams. Defiance undefeated, but a tie. Then you have a little bit of a separation in the standings after 3 and 4 contests in conference play. Mount St. Joe again with the counter just outside the box. Lap Kamar able to reverse that kick. Now the ball comes to the near side, and this will be Damon able to keep it in play. Zuniga there running into Freepon, and good sportsmanship between the two as, again, Mount St. Joe trying to keep the pressure against that Earlham defense. Here's Zuniga to the near side in a collision between Zuniga and Garcia Alvarez. So here are the Quakers. Lap Kamara.
9-1-1. Switch to 2 up top.
We're about 15 minutes into the second half. Ball lifted high through once again, and there Yuki Adams unable to get a play on that ball. So once again, Mount St. Joe will go back on offense. Here to the near side is Kyle Damon talking with one of the assistant coaches for Mount St. Joe and how they'll go on the attack or at least defend the Quakers the next time down. And here's the kick put in again by Mount St. Joe. There's Zuniga with a front header. Joe Ball's there for the Quakers, and Earlham had numbers briefly. And once again, this one lifted high, and Tracy there for the Quakers, unable to do anything with it on that ball. I think that might have been intended for Yuki Adams. And once again, we'll see Kappas put it back into play all the way to midfield. Zuniga with the left foot. Adams once again unable to catch up with it, so we'll see Kappas there for Mount St. Joe. Kubler lifts that one high, and that'll sail all the way into the stands on the far side. And it won't take much today. Once that ball again gets up in the air and catches some of that wind, it doesn't take much for it to get out of play. A little shove from behind there by Huber. Yuki Adams going down once again. Again, this one will be played very close to the sideline. It goes out of play, and the Quakers will have a throw-in from the spot. Michael Black getting a lot more playing time as the season continues. The Richmond High School grad, a sophomore. A couple of Richmond players, including Akib Mohammed, on this Earlham soccer team. Zuniga from behind. Near side, once again, Damon. Damon looking back to the middle. Mueller able to get a leg on it, but no one there for Mount St. Joe. Quakers go back again to midfield. Here's Michael Black down to Zuniga. Had a couple of defenders behind him. Smartly goes behind, and here's Joe Balls to the near side. Balls wisely gives it back to Mbai. He'll take a look. Michael Black in midfield, and the Quakers will reverse it. Here's Yuki Adams unable to keep control. Adams in a collision. And Mount St. Joe, the player, down for just a moment right here. Trying to see who it is. That's going to be Kubler there for the Lions, who went down as Adams. Physical play here in the second half. Adams has been down a couple of times himself here in the second half. So Mount St. Joe will take over, leading at 1-0 here in the second half. Mount St. Joe coming off a win against Anderson. They beat the Ravens 3-0. They tied Transylvania at 1 apiece in their last outing. So they will try to stay unbeaten in their last 3. Here's Tracy. Tracy line drive kick. Didn't get any lift on it. Ball comes back out once again to Mueller. And Tracy again able to retrieve and dump it behind. Lap Kamara looking to the middle. Quakers work it again on the left side to Michael Black. Ball advanced on the kick, and no one there for the Quakers. Yuki Adams the closest, and once again Mueller take that back. The goalkeeper Kappas there to pick that one up, and we'll put it back into play. And that one lifted high in the air and will stay very close to midfield. And anytime the ball goes in the air, that's another 50-50 opportunity, but the Quakers will kick it out of bounds on the far side. We'll have a throw-in and a couple of changes now for Mount St. Joe. Nathan Hornback will come in out of Cincinnati Elder High School. And also coming in will be Joseph Glisson. He is out of Anderson High School down in Cincinnati. Mount St. Joe, of course, right there in Cincinnati. A chance to get a lot of good players out of the Cincinnati area. Once again, the Quakers, as Cachetis really put a nice lift into this one. The header that time by Huber. Probably tried the front header on that one, but ended up miscalculating because it carried so well. And the Quakers still unable to do anything with it once it got into the attacking third. And once again for Yuki Adams, he'll have to give it back as we'll have a throw-in from the far side now for Mount St. Joe. Boy, another nice throw-in against the wind for Mount St. Joe. The Quakers there as Tracy able to get the takeaway. There's a nice tackle at midfield by Tracy as he gets underneath Freepon. And this will go back over to the Quakers. Mount St. Joe coming into this one winning 3 out of their last 5. And again, they lost the one matchup to Wabash, tied Transylvania. And there is a foul call once again. Let's see how they'll whistle this one. And we've got a yellow again. That's going to be Alex Gross getting the yellow. And then for Zach Kubler, he is stating his case for his teammate. But again, another yellow here this afternoon. And both teams are starting to rack up a few yellows. Quakers have the free kick. That'll be Lap Kamara again for Earlham. Quakers will again shift from right to left once they get set in the box. And once the yellow is registered, we're ready to go as the official will now put it back into play, and here we go. Quakers again trail at 1-0. Good ball, but coming out, boy, the keeper coming way out as Kappas did a nice job anticipating where that ball was coming down. We've seen him do that numerous times so far here in the second half. And once again, we'll see the Lions try to go back on the counter, lifted high to the far side, goes out of play, and again the wind playing havoc on that long ball. And the Quakers a throw, and here's Tracy. Earlham working that side with Clemmer. Clemmer back left, back to Tracy once again, just outside the box here for Earlham, and quickly getting it to Mbaye. Mbaye on the dribble, midfield, lead pass intended for Yuki Adams. Adams unable to control it. It goes out of bounds. Huber right behind him defensively there from Mount St. Joe. 22 minutes remaining in this one. Throwing again here on the near side. for Mount St. Joe. Tracy there for the Quakers, able to get a foot on that one as he battles against Garcia Alvarez. And Zuniga goes down. Boy, Victor's had some issues with his knee. Had knee surgery as a freshman. Slow to get up, but quickly hustling back on defense, should say on offense for the Quakers. He'll work in the box, and once again, here's Lap Kamara, who will put it in play in the free kick here for the Quakers. Nice ball that time, but there he is one more time. Kappas able to come out and grab that ball in midair. And once again, Mount St. Joe going back on the counterattack here to the near side. Here's Glisson. Quakers will have to start keeping an eye on that clock, pick up their intensities. We're at the 20-minute mark here in the second half. Ball to the far side as Mount St. Joe works that one to Cody Hacker out of Cleves, Ohio. He's just a junior. One of these players in a very, I would say, relatively young Mount St. Joseph team. Only a couple of seniors on this roster. And by it back to midfield. And here is Aiden Clemmer. Boy, Quakers need a clean possession. They didn't get one that time. So now Zuniga, who had been in midfield, will get it to Clemmer. Clemmer just outside the circle. Looks to advance to Adams. Adams gets undercut from behind. And Yuki's having a tough day. Here is Mount St. Joe in the attacking third. Quakers got to get back quickly. This one in the box. Lifted high and out of play. Boy, I tell you what, a little bit too close. That looked like Hornback. Hornback had a good look. Just lifted it too high, as we'll see Kyle Damon come back in now for Mount St. Joe. Cody Hacker will sit down. Quakers, Liam Ferguson coming in as well. The min is cold. You all right, man? We're worried about you. Your comfort is our concern. Quakers.
Stop the clock.
Quakers have a man go down at the midfield. They'll stop the clock. Is that your wallet? Let some money in it? Tell you what.
What's that?
Somebody must be really bored if they're taking pictures of us. Did you see that? They got a picture of us. Together. You and me, man.
That one picture of you looking like a trouble.
Ball. I heard that. Oh, okay, good. Quakers dump behind once again, trail at 1-0. Let's see if they can get something here. Lifted high for Zuniga, and the goalkeeper again. Kappas steps out. Kappas playing well here in the second half. He did not start this one. It was Schwing who started. He's out of Lawrenceburg. And of course, down around close to the Cincinnati area, but still in the state of Indiana. Back kick there by Glisson. And we'll have a throw in here on the near side. The Quakers back defensively, and we're starting to sound a lot like we did just a couple of days ago, and the Quakers couldn't get anything going on offense, and by the time they started to make some serious attacks, it was over. Ferguson colliding near side with Garcia Alvarez. Quakers able to keep it in bounds deep in the corner. Here's Tracy now for Earlham. Zuniga. Victor able to let two defenders go by. Here's Tracy lifting high, and boy, again, just too long. Even though Yuki Adams coming from behind on that one, just unable to catch up with it. Here's Tracy. 50-50 ball, he and Hornback together. Tracy again looking to advance, and nobody there to receive, so Mount St. Joe will attack here to the near side. Ball back to midfield. Hornback, a little push from behind by Lap Kamara. Good ball handling there by Garcia Alvarez. Schumann back to Garcia Alvarez, and now near side. Free pawn there for Mount St. Joe. And down the left sideline, Glisson. Glisson will look to center this one. Kamara there trying to stop it. That one will go high over the box into the far side. Coming into the lineup after the offsides will be Caleb Smith.
All right. So, Bailey, do you remember that under 5 minutes?
Quakers will make a change here. Coming into the Earlham lineup will be Micah Rowland. First time we've seen Rowland in the second half, as Yuki Adams will check out of the lineup.
Now
16 minutes remaining here this afternoon as Joe Ball's on the back header. Nothing there as Schumann now to the near side. Mount St. Joe back into the attacking third as Ferguson able to knock that one out of bounds, and this will give the Earlham defense a chance to regroup. Nathan Schmuser will come in. He is out of East Central High School down in St. Leon, Indiana. He's out of West Harrison. And coming out of the lineup for Mount St. Joe will be Austin Masters. Near side throw-in for Mount St. Joe. Let's see what the Quakers can do here. Got to get it out of their own zone and go back on the counter-attack, as time now starting to become a factor in this one, down 1-0 in the second half. There is a throw, and you see right there at the bottom left of your screen. There for the Quakers, Lap Kamara. And again, Earlham will find Victor Zuniga. And the Quakers trying to push it ahead that time to Micah Rowland, but Rowland unable to come up with it. Here's Huber. Huber looking midfield. And there for Mount St. Joe, Caleb Smith. There's a nice takeaway by Hornback. Hornback, and the nice shot just to the left. He was looking inside to Glisson. And this will go back over to the Quakers. So we've seen a couple of opportunities. Hornback the first time, Glisson the second time. Hornback missed high, and Glisson just unable to catch up with it. And this will go back over again to Mount St. Joseph. Quakers right now with the offense struggling can ill afford to give up another one this late. Mount St. Joe will reverse it right off the leg of Michael Huber. They'll dump it deep in the corner. Here's a centering ball in the box, and we've got a little bit of a push, I believe, from behind, and that'll go against Mount St. Joe. And once again, the Quakers back on offense. Lap Kamara once again for Earlham. He's gotten again with that wind behind him. No yawning. A good lift on the ball. Zuniga unable to get a shot at that one as it sails over his head. And again, the Quakers will go back on defense. They'll start to put a little more pressure. You see Joe Ball's ahead. Quakers will also have up front there Michael Black. Rowland is there as well as this ball down the sideline. They're battling for the loose ball is Clemmer. And Earlham has a throw, and Clemmer will find Michael Black. Played back and forth once again, and that was Kubler there for Mount St. Joe. As they'll play it near the sideline, goes out to play Mount St. Joe, and Kubler again will have a throw in, and they will take their time a little bit more with, again, the clock will be a factor here for the Quakers in this second half.
$12.
12 minutes remaining. Quakers back on offense. You know, I'm trying to concentrate here. You know, if Brian were here, you wouldn't do that to him, would you? Interrupt him. Quakers with the advancement. Good ball, but again, Mount St. Joe defensively able to stop the Quakers on the attack. As again, as mentioned, clock continues to be a factor as we're nearing that 11-minute mark and counting here in the second half. And really, Earlham has not put together a very solid attack so far. Here's Rowland. He got a little grab from behind and slowed up by Huber. Here's Ferguson now to the near side, and we'll dump it back to Joe Black. Actually, take that back. Joe Ball's here to the near side. Double team right there against Tracy. Ferguson tries to keep it in bounds. He goes down. Free pawn there for Mount St. Joe. Boy, good battle here on the near side. Ferguson trying to gain possession. Mount St. Joe will keep it. Ball lifted there is the right leg of Michael Black, able to knock it down, keep that ball from advancing. Quakers need to put a little more pressure on right here. Boy, I tell you what, again, there is Kubler to clear it out of there. That's a huge possession right there defensively for Mount St. Joe as Earlham has to retreat and have to go back on the counterattack, almost full field. Clemmer, far sideline, taken away. Clemmer goes down, slow to get up. Ball lifted into the box, and Mount St. Joe unable to get one off right there, and I believe whoever tried that may have been number 20, Hornback. He may have gotten his cleat stuck in the turf. He comes back, makes contact. That was Michael Black, I believe. 10 minutes to go, and we have another whistle. And be careful right here for Michael Black. Boy, I tell you what, Hornback, it's tough. Make a plant like that and can't get the kickoff. What do you think? So funny. That was a little funny, yeah. That ball lifted high to the right. Yuki Adams will come back in now for Earlham. Nathan Mueller checking in the lineup now for Mount St. Joe as Micah Rowland will sit down. And here's Hornback coming out. Hornback, again, just missed that last opportunity. Boy, Mount St. Joe's had 3 really good looks here in the second half. And he easily could have been up in this one at least 2-0. Quakers lose Aiden Clemmer. He goes down again. Clemmer got knocked down just about a minute or so ago at midfield. He goes down here again, a little slower to get up this time. Mount St. Joe and Earlham playing a little more physical, which is exactly what you're going to expect here in the last couple of minutes. And looks like Mbaya's coming in for the Quakers, I think. Let's wait. Yep, Mbaya's coming in. I'm waiting for Clemmer to come out. Clemmer, you see Clemmer coming off the field right there to your left. And so he will sit down. He's had a tough one over the last 2 minutes or so.
Obviously, if you can play the first time, it's much easier. But you got that much time to be scanning while you're taking
the opportunity for the throw in here for Mount St. Joe, and a good throw in again. And boy, nice job by the keeper Kashatis to step out and grab that one in midair, and he seems to be a little shaken up. So Kashatis goes down. Looks like he's going to be okay, as I didn't think there was any contact right there with anyone from Mount St. Joe, but again, he was slow to get up.
Let's go. Stay in the game.
So And now Cachetas will put it in play for the Quakers. Let's see what strategy the Quakers can use right here. They've got to put themselves in position here pretty quick to get at least a shot on goal at some point. And you never know what will happen here late in this one as that ball headed twice and all the way here just in front of us. You hear the collision here to the near side. Ball sails out of bounds. And Bai will put it in play just underneath the camera area. Michael Black there, and there's Tracy one-on-one with Caleb Smith, and Mount St. Joe able to sneak it out of there. That ball hitting the official. And here's Michael Black. He's looking ahead. He had to his left Victor Zuniga. Zuniga unable to keep up with the pace of that one. And so now Quakers trying to work a little bit harder getting this thing into position, but Mount St. Joe stops him again. Good defense there by Mount St. Joe as Gustafson will take that one off the chest. And all the way back to midfield, here's Michael Black. 7 minutes remaining now here in the second half. And that's going to stop the clock. Looks like we will have another yellow. This one against Liam Ferguson.
Cody, get Schmauser
Liam
and play a 4-5-1.
will get the yellow.
Actually, you're good. Just go for Caleb.
We'll listen
We're not playing
for the official
word.
word. So Ferguson
two,
coming
so it's
out. In
just
fact,
you
he
and,
just took
you
off
and
his
Zach.
jersey. Mount St. Joe will make a couple of changes. Next opportunity, we'll see Cody Hacker come in. Also, Ben Thiemann will come in for Mount St. Joe. So a free kick right here for the Lions. Well, they've been pretty impressive on their free kicks and throw-ins. They've been able to get a lot of distance against the wind from the north. That ball goes out of bounds on the far side. Quakers again last to touch it. Mount St. Joe, they're going to try to stay fresh in their lineup. Also coming in will be Zachary Logston. He's out of Lawrenceburg. Four players out of Lawrenceburg High School. They're throwing here for Mount St. Joe right at midfield. And again, the Quakers will have to go the distance on this one to put this one back into at least some sort of an offensive attack right here. Mount St. Joe, they're covering up everywhere. Here's Mbaya on the attack to the near side. Here's Adams, nothing there. Back to Mbaya, ball taken away. Free pawn there for Mount St. Joe, but then Lat Kamara able to get the steal himself. Here's Joe Balls looking right now to Adams. Adams, double team. Good footwork with the ball. Nice back kick. Looks back to the middle to Joe. Ball comes loose. Michael Black now to Mbaya. Quakers again behind Lat Kamara. Here's Tracy. Tracy with the left foot. Michael Black in midfield, shaded there by Kubler once again. And the Quakers look to the far side. Joe Balls started right, went left, and that ball's going to go all the way deep in the corner and finally will go out of play. Earlham again as the Lions take a peek at the clock right in front of us. And they are able to burn some time right here. You see Earlham starting to put a little more pressure against that ball. Joe Balls was up there for the Quakers trying to force the kick, and he does as Mount St. Joe kicks it out of bounds at midfield, and Earlham back on the counterattack. Can they do something again? That's been the question for Earlham over their last couple of matches. Trying to get something going offensively, and a smart move that time as Kappa's coming up to receive it. And again, Mount St. Joe back in possession. To the 4-minute mark, and that was Victor Zuniga. Earlham starting to run out of time here in the second half. Tracy with the kick. Oh, the battle for that 50-50 ball, and comes to the near side. I'm not sure who had the better play on that one. It looked like Tyler Schumann there for Mount St. Joe. Quakers have a throw-in just outside the Mount St. Joe bench, near side. Lap Kamara once again. Centering ball. Boy, Mount St. Joe to cover that one up quickly. They had it in the middle. That was Huber again. Boy, Yuki Adams goes down again. No foul call. And back the other way as Tracy will try to stop the attack. Lifted high. Tracy went low. The ball went high. And, boy, there's a collision. Boy, you had Kashadis there for the Quakers. Able to grab that one out of midair. No whistle there. Just a play on the ball. Kashadis will put it in play. Should really get a good kick out of this one as he lifts it to midfield. A nice back kick that time on the right foot by Zuniga. And again, into the attacking third for Mount St. Joe. Quakers unable to mount another attack. Here to the near side. Good look at Huber. Huber drawing the double team. Will try to take it down the sideline, and it will go out of play. That was, I believe, Yuki Adams, or was it Lap Kamara? May have been Lap Kamara back for the Quakers. Adams in front of the play. Lap Kamara behind it. You also have, for the Quakers, Mbaya, who's gotten a lot of playing time here this afternoon. That one lifted high, and that will sail to the right.
Get back on defense.
That's about your fourth or fifth really good look for Mount St. Joe here in the second half. I would imagine for the Quakers at this stage, 2 minutes remaining. They feel lucky at this point to be only down 1-0. Now the Quakers with 2 minutes to go. St. Joe will play that one again at midfield. Lap Kamar lifting high. 50-50 ball. Who's going to get it? Mount St. Joe with the possession here to the near side. Does it go out of bounds? And the official backside said no. Joe Balls was looking back to see if they were going to get a throw in. So the Quakers will play it at midfield. And again, lifted high, and it seals all the way back down to Kappas, the goalkeeper. Earlham has tried to reach Zuniga and Yuki Adams more than once and have failed to do so. Logston deep in the corner against Michael Black. Boy, Earlham is going to have to really work quick now. They've got the entire distance here of this pitch to go to try to get something in scoring position. And it won't start right there. It'll begin at midfield. No, let's see, who's going to be a throw in here for? It's going to be for the Lions, and you hear the 1 minute. We'll hear a countdown at 10 as well, and the Quakers know they've got to hurry. There may not be enough time as Mount St. Joe, again the front header there by Freepond, back to midfield. Kubler. And here's where it's going to be trouble, deep in the corner. This means Earlham again has to go the entire length of the pitch in order to get a good look. 30 seconds remaining in this one. Boy, Mount St. Joe back covering that one quickly, and they do the smart thing, just lift it high in the air, 50-50 ball in the back hitter there by Mueller. And again, the Quakers will have to go the entire length of this one.
Mueller back!
10, 9.
You hear the countdown, and this one is over. Quakers will not get it done here today, as they will lose it by a final of 1-0. The Quakers now 1-2 in conference play. For Mount St. Joe, they're now 2-0, 7-2-2 overall. The Quakers fall to an even 500 on the season. And the Quakers will be traveling to Defiance October 12th. 3:30 start time back here against Anderson on October 15th at 2, a 3:30 start time. But once again, on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, your final, Mount St. Joe 1, Earlham 0. This has been Earlham Soccer, Radio Troy Digital Sports.